What's going on, everyone? Shortalicious back for the video for your entertainment viewing consumption. We're here to review AEW Revolution, the recent AEW pay-per-view that Tony Khan sadly put together. Just got done watching a little earlier today, and my overall thoughts on the pay-per-view is I am somewhat pleasantly surprised. I think this pay-per-view is better than Full Gear and World's End. I thought Full Gear and World's End was complete garbage. There are some matches here that I liked. There's some matches here that I fucked with heavy. And there are some matches that I hated and some matches that I didn't like. I think the main event is the worst main event I have ever witnessed in my entire life. I think the only thing as bad as this is that Jinder Mahal, Randy Orton, Punjabi prison match. That's like the only thing I could think of that's almost as bad as this. And maybe Reigns versus Lesnar at WrestleMania, one of them or two of them. I think one of them. I know 38 was pretty bad. I think the WrestleMania 38 match was better than the fucking main event. Woo, y'all. That main event was so bad. You know when you're watching something that's so shitty that you're just in disbelief that you can't believe that someone with a quarter of a brain cell can put together something like this. Let's go through the card. I thought Revolution was a decent show. I didn't hate it. I went into it with an open mind. I said, I'm gonna give this a shot. And I thought there was some decent matches here and there wasn't some decent matches. We're gonna go over the pre-show match, the Big Boomer match. Yes, I watched it for y'all. I wasted my fucking time and I watched this for y'all. But before we get into the Big Boomer match, let's go over some of the other pre-show matches. I see right here, we got Corporate Commander and Hologram versus Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Why should I care about that match? What the hell is that? Cherry Garcia and the Undisputed Jobbers versus Shane Taylor's Ghetto Productions. That was also another match. So the TNT champion and the Undisputed Kingdom are now on the pre-show. Instead of having Garcia defend his title at the pay-per-view in a feud, they could have ran Garcia versus Adam Cole and cut this match the hell off the show. But no, Tony wanted 12 matches. Yes, including the pre-show shit. This is 12 matches. Holy shit. The Cherry Garcia team won. And then we get to the match you guys more likely want me to talk about. Big Boomer and the Conglomeraciones, I'm surprised they're still together, of Cassidy, Tangerine, and Briscoe versus Johnny TV and the Maximum Male Sus Lords. To be honest with you, I thought the Conglomeraciones was over. I thought it was over. I thought that this shit is over and done with, but surprisingly so, the Conglomeraciones still exists. So, the Sus Lords spawn in, sadly, and we see Johnny TV with Taya Valkyria. Tangerine comes out with the Jizzler. I mean, the Rizzler.
Time trios contest, and we are hoping to do some conglomerating here.
Dressed up as Kumquat. I actually kind of laughed. He actually got the biggest pop of the entire night. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I literally said I don't even have to watch the pay-per-view to know I'm right. Big Boomer, he brings a boom. He comes out with a little injustice. I'm starting to get tired of these niggas, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I better not see him until like the fucking fall. Don't overexpose these guys, Tony. They're going around shaking everybody's fucking hand in the arena yet again. I was like, holy shit. I skipped over. Match finally starts. Pockets does his usual garbage. He out wrestles Johnny TV effortlessly. Jesus Christ, man. Big Boomer, big boom! Over Johnny TV. The Sus Lords pose. I was like, oh God, no. And Pockets ruins it. Tangerine eats a double chocolate chunk garbage booking. I mean, cookie. Yeah, there you go. I'm tired. I came home from the gym, y'all. I'm pissed. I'm not in a good mood. I don't want to review this. I did not want to watch the show. Just to let you know, I really do not want to watch this match, but I did it for y'all. I did it for y'all. I see the Sus Lords fucking up Tangerine while Johnny joins the Diddy Freakoff party and makes out with Taya. They were like licking each other's faces right in front of children. I was tapping out. I tapped out at that point. The Big Boomer got into the match. I may find his gimmick annoying, but he's not really that bad in the ring. I mean, dude obviously has some basic experience down. He's a little slow, but I'd rather watch him than Mystico or Beast Mortos or Photograph or Hitchero or Serpentico. I'd rather watch Big Boomer wrestle than them. I ain't gonna hold you. He slams the Negro Sus Lord. Looked pretty good from Big Boomer. Oh, Holly! Botches. Sleeping Taya Valkyria's legs, but I don't mind seeing her on the show. We then see a power boom by Big Boomer, and Little Injustice power booms one of the Sus Lords. I was like, holy shit, get this kid into the PC. So it seems like Little Injustice is gonna have like a spot where he does a move onto one of the fucking jobber wrestlers. It seems so. The Negro Sus Lord is looking at Little Injustice like Diddy did Bieber and Meek Mill. I was like, oh, hell nah. Triple power boom. That sent Shockwave to the arena for the win. The Phallus machine comes down. I don't know why. The Phallus idiots were here and Jobber House Jobs, who should be on the main card, but he's on the pre-show, saves the Big Boom crew. And y'all wonder why I call him Jobs, the Book of Jobs. He's jobbing, that's what he's doing. Spine Buster onto the Negro Sus Lord. I was like, damn, this is getting fucked up tonight. I ain't gonna hold you. And two random dudes come in, I don't know who the hell they are, and they give the other Sus Lord a choke slam, and they celebrate with that shitty music playing in the background. 3 out of 10. I thought this match was stupid. I thought this match was a waste of time. Mark Briscoe carried this match. I thought the Maximum Male Sus Lords, this whole shit was just retarded. I don't know why this was booked. This could have been left off the show. We don't need to see Big Boomer have a fucking match on the pre-show. We don't need to see him wrestle at all. I don't even know why he's even still around. He obviously wants to go to WWE. Y'all remember when the Big Boomer was holding the WWE Championship? Remember how he owns a replica of the Undisputed title? Yeah, we all know where he actually wants to be. 3 out of 10. I didn't give a fuck about this match. I didn't care. Way worse than the match at Full Gear. I thought Boomer and Q-Tip Marshalls put on a better match than this bullshit. It was overbooked and it was trash. Best part was seeing Little Injustice power boom to one of the Sus Lords. Main card, thank God. Oh my God, I can actually say something positive about this show. MJF versus Hangman. Hangman's old theme starts. For some reason, I was like, oh, hell no. I much prefer his heel theme. It's way better. But it's just an MJF troll job, and he comes out. Match starts. He then pelvic thrusts into Hangman's face. I was like, man, if you don't tear his ass up for that. MJF spits in his face, and he keeps fucking with him. Hangman takes over. Moonsaults into MJF. I was like, okay, Hangman, Loki kind of hooping. I may not like the Elite, but Kenny and Hangman, I can't hate them. I like Kenny and Hangman. They're both on my good side. Backshot lariat, but MJF gets his leg on the rope. I was like, damn, this match is pretty good so far. Hangman spits in his face for revenge. MJF yells into the mic.
Your hero's a zero. He's a nobody, and you all know it. I'm the fucking man around here.
And Hangman has issues doing moves onto MJF because his arm was being worked over. In-ring storytelling, I like that. Moonsault into Deadeye. MJF reverses it. MJF rages at Hangman over the fans choosing the Cowboy over him. I was like, oh, wow, this is actually some good shit.
And not me! Why you? And not me!
An ass for one thing.
Why not me? Why not me?
He's jealous. I'm sorry if you hear my fucking water heater, by the way, over how Hangman is accepted by the audience and how over he is. And he wants to be accepted like he used to be when he was doing that brochacho bullshit. This is what I want from AEW. This is what I want from AEW. In-ring storytelling. I love this shit. Angels chicken wings onto MJF. Backshot lariat for the win. Pretty good match. Good in-ring storytelling. Good in-ring work from both of these guys. I give this match an 8 out of 10. Run this back in Dynasty and Double or Nothing. This should be a 3-match feud. MJF wins next month in Dynasty, and we do the decider at Double or Nothing. I liked it. What I didn't like is this next match. Mercedes versus Momo, what we want to be, for the TNT, or my bad, TBS title. Both titles suck. Damn, that shit is loud. I am so sorry if you hear that. That shit's been making noise all night. There's barely a story behind this match. It was put together because TK had this woman, he had Mercedes, run through the division in less than 1 year. And now he needs New Japan bums and Ring of Honor bums to feed to the CE Blues. I don't care about Mimi, what we wants to be, and I don't care about Mercedes either. Mid-Sadies, my bad. She's dragging down the division, and she hasn't improved or put everyone over. Like, she hasn't put anyone over since she's fucking been champion. I skipped this match. I ain't got time for this bullshit. There's no story behind it. It means nothing. I'm not going to waste my time watching a match that at the end of the day is just there to exist, and there's no meat behind the bone. It's just bone. There's not even no fucking bone marrow. It's hollow. It's a fossil. That is how fucking dry bones this bullshit match was. I can't find one fuck to give about this predictable garbage that will be forgotten in T-minus 2 seconds. And I bet you already forgot. Mercedes comes out with no pop. They're 80 titles. That means absolutely nothing. Please keep Athena away from her. I already changed my mind. Tony definitely wants Mercedes to break Jade's record. I think it's over 500 days. What's Mercedes at now? Like 300? It's going to happen, most definitely. Shitty Mercedes finisher into a bank statement for the win. Billy Starks is in the crowd for some reason. She looks good. I'll give her that. She's taking notes for Athena. Please keep her away from Mercedes unless she is destined to beat her at All In. Garbage. I'm not even going to give this a rating because A, I didn't watch it. Fuck this. Feud Mercedes with women on the actual AEW roster and give her engaging storylines. The only woman that got over feuding with her is Harley, and Mercedes didn't get her over. Harley got herself over. Swerve versus Rebound. Yes. Finally, some good shit. Rebound comes out with his new customized robe. I was like, no Samantha, huh? I kind of expected to see Samantha Irvin at the pay-per-view, but I guess not. He gets booted out of the building. Rebound is so fucking hateable. A drummer plays Swerve to the ring, and it sounds terrible. Why would they fuck up his theme like this? This was like Lil Wayne rapping Jey Uso to the ring last year at WrestleMania. Philly! Yes! Just ruining it. Swerve stunts on him with his fucking fire ass entrance. I love his entrance. The way Swerve is wailing on Rebound was awesome when the match started. He pushes away Nana. The Swerve, he gets upset with him. I was like, oh shit. House call from Ricochet onto Swerve for the barricade. That looked pretty good. Nana turned on Swerve and abandoned him. I was like, all right, now I already knew that Swerve was gonna win, so I knew there was tricking Rebound. Rebound gets Swerve an RKO. Ricochet Loki was hooping. Leslie Jones was raging at Rebound. I was like, yeah, she feels the same way about this bum ass nigga as I do. She starts sweating from that nigga Swerve to win. I was like, damn, this nigga Rebound is stressing her ass out. Swerve, man, you already know how I feel about Swerve. He's one of my favorite fucking wrestlers in AEW. He's awesome. I mean, Swerve is seamless. Everything he does in the ring looks so natural and fantastic. He can go. Swerve breaks, rebounds back, destroy him. Destroys his ass even more. Nana returns to steal back his rope, and Rebound fucks with Ken Jeong. I was like, damn, I was actually kind of starting to enjoy this show and this match. Amazing looking house calls, but Swerve kicks out. Sorry, Rebound kicks out. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. I don't mind this because this is like them fighting for the World Heavyweight title, the top title in the company. Big pressure for the win. I thought this match was fantastic. Had in-ring storytelling, it had drama, it had suspense, it had story. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. Swerve and Rebound fucking killed it, and the right guy won. It is time to dethrone the fucking Arkham inmate and save the company from this dark cloud that has overcame it. Oh my goodness. Swerve returns on his robe to him, keeping true to his promise. That alone made it a good match with a good story behind it. More of this, Tony. I like this. This was the best match of the show. In my personal opinion, I enjoyed Swerve versus Rebound the most. It had in-ring storytelling. It had an actual story going into it. It had a great payoff, and the right guy won. I knew Ricochet was going to lose because he got 2 pins over Swerve in this past month. He pinned him at Atlanta, I think back in January or February, and he pinned him back on Dynamite. So I knew Swerve was gonna get his win back, and this was the time. And I thought this match was great. It's the best match of the show. Okada versus Brody King for the Continental Championship. Oh man, there's like love for Brody to win this title. Tony Khan is horny for some Okada versus Omega at All In. Brody's about to job out. Buddy and Brody literally just started a new faction, and they were already taking L's left and right. Instead of building them both up as monsters, they then feed them to Okada. Okay. Okada comes out, he's looking so confused and lost as usual. I already know how this is gonna go down. Brody is gonna get the upper hand, Okada's gonna cheat and win. So what I did is I pulled up my Steam Deck and I started playing my game. I didn't even pay attention to this match. I don't give a fuck. Obviously, I did look up every now and then, and I saw Brody was destroying Okada. I was like, yeah, fuck him up, Brody, fuck him up. Death Valley by Brody onto Okada. Brody was out wrestling and outmatching Okada at every turn. Okada is so slow and so trash, y'all. Shivani said Okada is one of the greatest stars ever. Yeah, when he starts beating Eddie Thorpe in the ratings, I'll believe you.
And that's what Okada can do. That's why he's been one of the great stars ever.
And as I predicted, he used his championship to cheat. He hit Brody over the head with it. Pussy ass looking Rainmaker for the pin. So Okada beat Brody King, a living monster, a hound from hell. He lost to Okada with a clothesline that Jamie Hayter does a better job at doing. Brody King lost to a clothesline, y'all. Brody King, who's 4 times the size of Okada. He can eat Okada for lunch, breakfast, and brunch, but he lost to a clothesline. I gave this match a 1 out of 10. Okada is one of the worst champions in wrestling. He does absolutely nothing for that title. He does absolutely nothing for AEW. He's a complete non-factor to the company. He is only glazed as much as he is because he used to be good a decade ago, but now he's washed. The booking for him is terrible. He's a pussy. He's a bitch. He's a hoe. He's a cuck. That's his character. I'm not insulting the person Okada. I'm insulting his persona. The very thing AEW fans were scared of Okada becoming in WWE is exactly what they turned him into in AEW. How you feel? That Okada is a failure. All that money they paid for Okada for nothing. They took that damn title off Eddie Kingston for nothing. Eddie Kingston is the superior champion. I can't wait for Omega to beat this nigga and unify the titles. Here comes another fucking mid-match. Holy shit. Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners for the tag team championships. They sent these guys to get devoured by Black Thanos and Black Darkseid using the anti-life equation and the Infinity Gauntlet. That shows you how much Tony cares about the Outrunners. That shows you how much Tony cares about the tag team division. Again, to me, they're dead. They should have beat the Young Cuts for the tag titles last year. Oh, Jesus Christ, why isn't the Syndicate chasing after singles titles, man? You are hampering their potential by having them in a tag team, unless that's by design. Like maybe Tony doesn't want them to be singles champions because he knows what's gonna happen. If Shelton goes after Daniel Garcia like he should have, he's gonna beat his ass. If Lashley goes after Moxley like he should, he's gonna have to beat Moxley. Because if he doesn't, you're gonna bury the biggest act you have in the company. I don't understand what's going on. My nigga CT Fletcher is here. Listen, if you don't know who he is a crazy ass gym rat. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Fuck impossible. It's only impossible until some crazy ass motherfucker comes along and does that shit. Fine, you fucking fly-fanny motherfuckers talking shit about me? Fuck you.
And I'm sure he's friends with the Hurt Syndicate. The Boo the Outrunners does the crowd. I was like, wow, they're turning on the Outrunners for heel tag team champions.
In hell, with Hurt Syndicate on the out.
God, Tony failed these guys. I'm shocked this match was even going longer than 5 minutes. It should have been a quick squash match. Turbo fucks up and botches getting into the ring. These guys' reaction, they're just dead. They're dead. I don't give a fuck about the Outrunners anymore. I don't care. Spear by the almighty Lashley for the win. And the Syndicate beat the Outrunners in a predictable waste of time finish. This and the Mercedes Moné match was predictable garbage. The match was like a 3 out of 10, to be honest with you, and it went way too long. The Hedgehogs, Action Jobs Ready, and Leo Rush, aka the Crew, CRU. Not calling them that. They're still the Hedgehogs to me. They're like appear in the crowd for like a few seconds. I was like, wait. So Tony forgot about these bums, and I'm supposed to believe they're supposed to beat the Syndicate? No, they're not. They're gonna get their asses whooped by the Syndicate, and they're gonna disappear into Collision or into Ring of Honor. I'm not going to hear about them until the contracts are over and they get released. Garbage. I thought this match was also a waste of time. So we got two stinkers back to back. We got the Mercedes bullshit, we got the Okada bullshit, and we got the Hurt Syndicate versus Outrunners. These three matches drag down the quality of the pay-per-view. I'm already was like, all right, this is just, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing, Tony? Like, we're not even in the middle of the show yet, and I'm already checked out. And then we get to Toni Storm versus Arca Mayday, the women's world heavyweight title in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I like this match, and then I hate this match. Any death match, indie-rific bullshit is all over this right here and another match, and I hated it. I liked the in-ring stuff before that bullshit kicked in, but when the blood and mutilation starts, I just checked out. I checked out. Was this a good match? Was this a bad match? No. But this, to me, if you're a sicko, this is right up your alley. But for me, I didn't really fuck with this like everyone else did. So it's called the Hollywood ending. Yet this shit ain't main eventing the show. So you're gonna have the Arkham inmate and a 51-year-old Edge main event over this? The best storyline in AEW right now? This is the best storyline in the women's division as well. This is the best shit the creative team could have came up with. Mayday comes out dressed up like she's at a funeral. And God, I can't stand her fairy fart dust music. But she's bad, so why not? They brawl. Now I know that the blood is gonna kick in. It's gonna kick in. I was waiting for it. Arca Mayday spits on Luther. Mayday then pulls out a fucking taser. And she low blows Luther and drop kicks his ass through the table. So Luther's just done.
Now Mariah the drop kick.
We don't see Luther for the rest of the match. He's pretty much dead. Tony Batista bombs Mayday off the ramp. I was like, okay, I'm kind of fucking with this so far. The first part of this match was pretty decent. Nice and physical. Mayday pulls out a chain and some more shit. I was like, here we go. Tony gets busted open. It seems like Tony kind of bladed herself a little bit too deep. Tony and Mayday pull out buckets of glass and they tape their hands. Here's when they lost me. This is when, to me, the match went to indie deathmatch GCW garbage. This is when it degenerated and I stopped giving a fuck.
Never seen anything like this in this amazing card.
They put like gauze and tape on their hands and they grab the glass and like they literally mutilate themselves pretty much. They grab the glass is all over the gauze and they start punching each other with it. I was like, what the hell am I watching? This is disgusting. I don't like it when the men do it. I don't like it when the women do it. Oh, you just don't like to see when women get down and dirty. I don't mind it, but this is disgusting to me. I don't like seeing women get their fucking hands, dip it into a fucking bucket full of glass, have their hand bleeding profusely with cuts and glass shards all over it, and they start killing each other. I don't like that. It's garbage. I'm not a fan of that bullshit. Tony pours the rest of the glass in the ring. She stabs Mayday with the bottle that's broken, and Mayday stabs Tony in the pussy.
Good Lord, get into a fort.
And breaks the bottle right between her legs. Nasty. I fucking hate death matches. I hate them. I don't mind blood, especially if the story is there to support it, which it is here. The story is here to support it, but I just don't like deathmatch. It was too much. It was mutilation at this point. Mayday throws Tony into the glass. Tony looks like she escaped a horror movie.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
With the crimson mask. Tony whips Mayday with the title. I kind of enjoyed that part. So yeah, whip her fucking ass. Tony bashes her head with the shoe over and over again. And Storm zeroes her ass to a Hollywood sign. A little bit flimsy, but she wins. I'll give this match a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I hate all the nasty indie garbage spots and the pussy glass smashing, but the first half was pretty good. I thought the first half was good, and I'm glad Tony retained, but where does her reign go from here? I don't know. That's up to for the fucking credit team to decide. I think this was their worst match. Out of the trilogy, this is the worst match. I prefer the All-In match. I think that's 1. The Australian match is 2, and this is dead last. I don't like deathmatch bullshit. I don't. I hate it. blame Jon Moxley for the reason why. I hate death matches. So I know this match is praised. Oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so good. It's a decent match. I just don't like the later half. If you ignore the later half, yeah, I had fun with it. But when they start like stabbing each other and breaking glass over their privates, I was like, yeah, I'm done. Not for me. Not for me. Not a huge fan. And then we jump into an actual good match. I thought this match was better than Tony versus Mariah. Kenny versus Takeshita for the International Championship. Oh man, I was like, thank God. I could finally watch a match that I'm going to enjoy. Having the champion, Takeshita, earn his way to face Omega was stupid, by the way. I just want to point that out. Phallus attacks Omega behind the rest back, and he hurts his hand. I was like, how the hell did he hurt his hand? Just punch him. Push Kenny into the audience, should look great. Phallus pulls, a Marina interferes and distracts Omega, leading to taking over. Omega then gets slammed onto the side of the table by Takeshita. Phallus was literally jumping down, up and down like a pig, eating shit. Like how I was when I was a kid getting the PS3 for Christmas. Then, man, Kenny was pretty good in this match. Surprise V-trigger, looked fucking nasty. He was whooping his ass. Assaults Omega, hits him with 2 V-triggers. Omega kicks out at 1. I got no problem with it because it's his own fucking finisher. Terrible angle on Omega's V-trigger. So obvious that he's kneeing the side of his fucking head and not his face. Omega rolls up for the win. He didn't pin him. I don't mind it because it kind of protects Takeshita a bit that Omega couldn't beat him with one of his finishers, and he was so desperate that he had to roll his ass up. Takeshita should have had a longer and better booked reign, but he was destined to take the L to Kenny Omega the minute he returned. So I'm gonna give this match an 8.5 out of 10. I do think it was a good match. It was fun as shit, and Omega still got it, and Take is a monster in the ring, but they low-key fucked up his reign. They had his ass in New Japan 24/7 instead of having him on actual AEW television, booking fucking reign, like an actual good title reign for him. I won't even call that shit a title reign because he barely defended that damn title to begin with on AEW television this year. Holy shit. Omega is obviously going to unify this title with Okoda's belt, and I hope they change the Continental Classic rules up. Make it a normal tournament, and whoever wins the tournament is the #1 contender for the undisputed international champion, or you could change it to where whoever wins the tournament faces the champion at the next pay-per-view. That's it. Have them face that Revolution. That's it. You need to change the Continental Classic up because I think the Classic is fucking stupid and it's a waste of time. Here we go. Ospreay versus Fletcher. Steel cage match. We're going to get into this. We're going to get into it. There's a lot of indie bullshit in this match, and I wasn't a big fan of it. So you know I'm not really going to go crazy over this match like everyone else was. Fletcher comes out dressed like Goku Black. I was like, I knew I liked this dude. He finally found a look that fits him. Kyle and Will get like Def Rebel entrances where you hear their voices play and then their music starts.
Pain shall make me even stronger.
Will Ospreay debuts like a shitty dubstep theme. I was like, oh no, please don't change his theme. His theme is perfect. But it goes on for like 3 minutes straight and his theme kicked in. I was like, oh, thank God. Great shot of Will and Kyle on top of the cage. Fletcher busts him open and drags him all over the cage and he licks the blood off the cage. Disgusting. Disgusting as fuck. I automatically started deducting points just for that sick, disgusting shit. Here we go. Here we go, man. Ospreay bashes his head into the cage and flips onto him. Shitty looking kicks by Kyle. I hate those kicks. He licks Will's blood off his boot like a sick fuck, and Will does the same. There is no need for this disgusting ass bullshit and all this garbage in the fucking match, which is sad because this match isn't bad at all in ring. Bark Davis comes in with the bag. He pulls out like bolt cutters. He gets the door open, gives Fletcher some weapons. Here we go. It's downhill from here. Will makes Bark fuck off. He pulls out Lucille, barbed wire bat from The Walking Dead. He beats up Kyle's ass with it, drags it across his face. Fletcher begs for mercy. He tries to like pull on his heartstrings. Oh, I'm so sorry, brother. But Will's like, nah, nigga, fuck that. I ain't falling for it, but he gets low-blowed anyway. Kyle wipes the blood off his face, the armband, and he shoves it into Ospreay's mouth. I'm done.
Nasty bitch.
I checked out at this point. I'm done. Disgusting. Completely disgusting. You don't need to be doing all this bullshit. It's fucking sick. I know the sickos like it, but I don't. It makes my stomach churn, and it makes me want to go fucking barf into my toilet watching this. This is why I don't think this match is as good as everyone's saying it is. If you like seeing people drink each other's blood, this is right up your alley. It's not up my alley. I like more normalcy in my wrestling, and this is retarded. Nope, didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. Bart Davis saves Fletcher, and he's bleeding for some reason. I don't know why. I don't even remember why he even got colored, to be honest with you. If I remember correctly, I think Ospreay kicked like a door in his face, but it wouldn't really make you bleed. He's bleeding for no reason. He attacks Will. At this point, I wanted this shit to end. I was tired of this shit. Please end the match. Please end the match. Ospreay fucks them both up. Fletcher stabs him with a screwdriver. Thumbtacks. Will style clashes Fletcher's balls and the thumbtacks. Jesus, someone pray for this man, and someone pray for Sky Blue. Poor Sky Blue, because her man literally has fucking thumbtacks all up in his nuts. They fight to the top of the cage, but Will stabs Fletcher anyway. Spanish fly from the top of the cage. Shit looks so damn good, man. Fletcher starts to crash out.
I fucking hate you! You son of a bitch! Fuck you!
And Ospreay ends his career with the hidden blade into a tiger driver for the win. I think Fletcher should have won this match. I think he needed to win more. But if this propels Ospreay into the world title scene, whatever. I'm gonna give this match a 6.5 out of 10. I thought the first half was good before they started bleeding and leaking blood and getting color. But when they started like doing the nasty blood consumption, nah, it dragged it down to a 6.5. It would have been an 8.5 if they weren't doing, like, their previous two matches were better than this. I thought so. I hated the blood drinking there. I hated that shit, but it wasn't as prevalent as it was in here. The worst match out of the trilogy. I thought the other two matches were better. I mean, they didn't do anything in this match I didn't see them do before. I know these guys can go. Fletcher's fantastic. He is in the best shape of his life. He probably has one of the best physiques in AEW. He looks like he should be the fucking world champion. He looks like he should be TNT champion. He looks like he should be Continental champion. He has a better fucking physique than all three of those fucking idiots that are champions, and he wrestles better than them. I don't know why Fletcher isn't a champion. Will Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers in the world. I'm a huge Will Ospreay guy, but we could be better. We could do better than this. I don't want to see these niggas wrestle again for a while. Keep them away from each other, Tony. Don't get horny and book them against each other again. I know you're gonna do it. The only time I want to see that shit happen is if Fletcher is a champion and Ospreay goes after Fletcher and Fletcher beats him. That's it. I think Fletcher needs this win. Where does Fletcher go now? He's gonna go back to being Don Fallis' errand boy, unless if he breaks away from Don Fallis and does his own thing. Chivy is talking with a group of women, and the director of the Queen of the Ring movie, I was like, uh-oh, I know this nigga happy bringing around all these beautiful ladies. She accidentally exposed the business by saying wrestlers know they're gonna win before they win. I was like, yeah, nah.
Thing I learned about pro wrestlers. Y'all know you're gonna win before anybody else does.
I skipped this. I was like, yeah. I was like, no, she's over here fucking shit up. I'm done. I skipped through this to the main event. Oh, wow. I might have to clip this and make this into its own video. This is probably gonna make this into like 50 minutes. When I tell you, I fucking hated this. I despised this main event. I have never watched a wrestling match so devoid of soul, heart, effort, and audience attention and retention. It's hilarious. The PC crowd was hotter for Lexis King versus Sean Spears to say like a random match, or Eddie Thorpe versus Sean Spears than they were for this. This is what happens when you put 12 matches on the show. You burn the audience out. This show should have been 7 matches max. 7 matches max. Maybe 1 match in the pre-show. Give it to Big Boomer. Tighter, more, not concise, more focused. right? So I don't have to sit here for 5 hours and watch a pay-per-view that really should be getting done in around about 3, okay? World title match, Edge and Coper versus the Arkham inmate. The audience sings Edge's theme. It's always a treat to hear when that happens. He easily has one of my favorite themes in wrestling. The inmate arrives to no pop. The audience dies. You can literally hear a nigga fart in the arena from how quiet they were.
We are joined once again.
A great fight between these two men.
Exactly, no pop.
Shit's getting hilariously pathetic for this Dick Ride storyline. I look and I see this pay-per-view has 34 minutes left. I was like, oh God, my suffering is never ending. When I tell y'all I did not want to watch this match, I didn't. I was this close to skipping it, but I had to see how bad it was. I had to see how bad it was. He takes 11 years getting to the ring, does the inmate. They do those fucking shitty elbow spots. I was like, damn, it's like I'm watching Jericho versus Ishii. So slow and boring. They keep doing that shit for like 4 minutes straight. I was like, oh my God, this sucks. They keep going with the elbow spots and the crowd is just there like just done caring. Out of all the matches of the show, the crowd cares about the World Championship match for the men's division the least. That is pathetic, Tony. You and the creative team should be ashamed of yourselves for this failure. This right here should be the biggest match of the show for the World Heavyweight Championship for the men's division. This should be the biggest match and the biggest storyline and have the most hype surrounding it. It's like we're going into WrestleMania 40 and no one gives a fuck about Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Does that make sense? No. This is so fucking ass. And the fact that Dean Ambrose and Edge is main eventing an AEW pay-per-view in 2025 is pathetic. A 50-year-old Edge is main eventing AEW pay-per-views over other talent on the roster. Can you believe that? What the fuck is the story about? Isn't Moxley supposed to be helping the youth of AEW improve so that they could come dethrone him and beat him? What happened to that? He forgot all about it. That's exactly what the fuck happened to that. The inmate harasses JR. I don't know why. The match is just dead. There's no heat. No one gives a shit. Maybe if you load the show with 12 matches, maybe the crowd has some damn soul left. The Black Ops are watching the match in the crowd. Why? I don't know. Oh yeah, and I hate the commentary team. They add nothing to these matches. The coping Edge spears the inmate through the ropes. That's literally the biggest pop they've gotten all match yet.
Caught the spear!
No chemistry, no good story. This is a clusterfuck of massively epic proportions. The inmate yells to the camera,
I'm gonna break his neck.
I'm gonna break it now! He's going home in a wheelchair!
saying he will cripple the coping Edge, and he tears the padding on the ringside area. Ken Jeong is just confused. He's like, what the hell am I even looking at? Moxley still says finisher, and he stops the coping Edge. What the hell are we doing? Moxley spends like 4 minutes trying to choke him out, and he puts his hands on the ref for some reason. I was like, shouldn't that like be a DQ? Ref, DQ, and triple move the title and just give it to Edge. Come on, bro. Ref takes a bump, because of course he does. What am I watching, a 2023 Bloodline match? Jesus Christ. The inmate delivers the worst dirty deeds I've ever seen, and the way Edge just no-sold it was hilarious. When I was watching this, I was thinking to myself, I was like, this right here might be the worst match I've ever seen in years. I would rather watch NXT 2.0 than watch this. I'd rather watch WWE Evolve than watch this, and I don't give a fuck about Evolve. This is the worst match I've ever seen all year, easily. I'd rather watch Beast Mortos and Hologram than watch this, because at least there's some energy going on there. There's something. Yeah, it's a bunch of target gymnastics. Yeah, it's a bunch of indie shit, but at least it's Lucha Libre. This, when I tell you there was moving like molasses, when I tell you no one gave a fuck, everyone wanted Moxley to lose. Everybody in that arena just wanted to witness the loss and the L and the downfall of Jon Moxley. That's all they wanted, and that still didn't fucking happen. The inmate tries to concerto Edge, but he kicks his ass away anyway, and the ref is still out. Emo Useless spawns in. Now, if you remember, he abandoned the inmate back on Dynatrash, so logically, he should help Edge. But what I say, back on Dynatrash, what I say, it's more likely a ruse, and he's gonna end up helping the inmate anyway, and that's exactly what he does. Predictably, like a retard, he helps the inmate and he Busaiku knees Edge, even though he was bullied by him back on Dynamite. So the whole segment on Dynamite was a waste of time. Oh my God, is Wheeler finally standing up for himself? No, he's not. It was a waste of time. Jesus Christ. The butter knife Jay Wright comes in, he hits the Edge and Cope with the briefcase by accident, and Eustace literally beats up Jay Wright into the back. That's what we're doing, Jay Wright. Instead of having him come out, stop Cage from cashing in, Blade Runnering him, taking the contract, signing it, and become the new world champion, to at least give him a bone for him consistently taking pins. Nope, just have Wheeler Yuta beat him up into the back. You fucked up, Jay White. You fucked up, Butter Knife. You should have went to WWE. You would have been Intercontinental Champion right now, probably. Tony would do nothing with you. You're going to be fucked over. You're going to be screwed. And when your contract comes up, he's probably going to add some injury time before Triple H can ever get his hands on you. I'm just going to be real with you, man. I'm done with Jay Wright. I don't care. He's buried to me. Wheeler Yuta beat his ass into the back. I'm done. Moxley starts stumbling around like the rabies is taking over, I suppose. Edge spears him 3 times, tries to pin him, but Cade stops the count, and he starts to cash in his Temu Money in the Bank contract from Wish. He signs the contract first before he cashes in. So White literally could have just taken it from him and cashed it himself. When I tell you Tony chose the worst ending ever to end this pay-per-view off, I'm not fucking with you. This is the worst ending to any AEW, to any pay-per-view I've seen in my entire 20-something years of living. I can't hold you. I cannot fucking hold you. He spears Edge, but he kicks out. The audience starts to wake up because the audience really wants a new world champion. You can tell. They were ready for it. The inmate chokes out Cage and retains the title, making the contract a waste of fucking time. And the crowd booed the fuck out of the worst ending in AEW pay-per-view history.
He's reaching for Cope. He's out! He's out! Holy cow, are you kidding?
Fuck this. When anything else would have been a better finish, this is the worst ending the creative team could have ever fucking created. Ever. There's multiple ways we could have done this, Tony. This is how fucking stupid you are. And this is how brain dead you and your creative team is. Adam Copeland could have beaten Jon Moxley for the fucking title. Edge with the patriarchy comes in, beat up Edge, and they take the title off of him. Or Jay Wright or Hangman comes in and stops Jon Moxley. Not Jon Moxley, stops Christian Cage. It could have been Jay Wright, it could have been Hangman, it could have been MJF. We needed a new world champion. Moxley, listen. Moxley, listen. Moxley is the worst world champion I have ever seen in any company. He is destroying the product. The ratings are dropping. The demo is dropping. Interest is dropping. Everyone hates this. I have seen diehard sickos, diehard AEW fans rage on Twitter over how garbage this is. The type of sickos that will shit on anything WWE related because they hate WWE. No matter how good that John Cena heel turn was, they hate it because it's WWE. I have seen them, the same niggas that block me on Twitter because I don't like this filth, complain over how bad this is. And instead of taking the championship off of Jon Moxley and rejuvenating the world title scene, and giving us a new world champion, you instead continue this bullshit into Dynasty? And now I have to wait a month to even pray that he loses that fucking title. He is fucking garbage. I hate Jon Moxley, and I hate his title reign. I cannot put to words how pissed off and angry and full of rage I am that this was the finale. You ruined Christian Cage. You bury Christian Cage. You give him the Money in the Bank cash in, and he does nothing with it. He was a non-factor, and he finally cashes in. Instead of adding fucking credibility, and instead of making this bullshit cash-in shit matter, you have him fail. because Edge didn't want to take the pin and Moxley didn't want to take the pin. So you use Christian Cage as an out because you wanted to take the contract away from him because you retarded ass niggas couldn't figure out a way to actually conclude this Christian Cage catching storyline logically. So you bury quite possibly one of the best heels on the roster. Why couldn't the Inmate pin Edge? Why couldn't Christian Cage pin Edge and win the world title and walk out as world champ and shake things up? Why couldn't we have a new world champ? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Moxley is in Tony's ear telling him, stay the course, stay the course. Trust me, it's all gonna work out, man. It's all gonna work out, man. Trust me. They are going to keep the title on him into All In. Y'all niggas thought I was playing when I said that? Y'all niggas thought I was playing when I said that. He is holding the title to All In. I am praying that Swerve takes the fucking title off of him. Speaking on Swerve, he appears. Swerve stomps onto the Inmate to end the show. Thank God, because he's the #1 contender. And the crowd goes crazy for Swerve. Save us, brother, please. This main event was a -10 out of 10. The lowest rating I can give it. This was garbage. This is the worst match of the year, period. This is the worst main event in AEW history. I would rather watch Crown Jewel. I'd rather watch a Saudi show than watch this. Garbage. The match was fucking boring and meant nothing and led to nothing. And they literally picked the worst ending that anyone could ever think of to end this show. This is why I'm going fucking nuclear on AEW. Everyone is telling you, take the title off Moxley. The ratings show that he is a cancer to the company. Moxley hasn't put anyone over. No one has benefited from the storyline. We're all tired of it, and you choose to continue it instead of being intelligent. Let's take the title off this Arkham Inmate and save the company and do something different. Let's have Edge walk out with the world title. Let's have Cage walk out with the world title. Let's change the status quo. Nope, we're still gonna hear Moxley ramble about garbage on the fucking Dynamite for another month. If Swerve does not beat Moxley at Dynasty, I'm gonna crash out. I don't think I'm gonna be able to upload that video from how pissed off I'm going to be, because I'm gonna say some shit. I'm gonna curse out Tony Khan. I'm gonna curse out the creative team. If you bury Swerve to Jon Moxley just to keep the title on him till July, I hope you do it. Do it, see what happens. I dare you. Keep the title on Moxley till All In July. What, you waiting for Darby to come back? Darby is climbing a mountain that he might not even fucking come back from. That nigga might just see the fucking game over screen like that. Wasted. I don't know why his crazy ass wants to fucking climb that mountain, but hey, Daredevils, right? Swerve ends it. I would have had Christian Cage cash in, pin Edge, win the world title, and we have Cage versus Swerve at Revolution. And Moxley can just disappear. I thought this show was I'm gonna give Revolution a 6 out of 10. I wanna give it a 5 out of 10, but I really love the Swerve and Rebound match. I thought the first half of the Tony Storm match was decent. I thought what else did I like? The first half of Fletcher versus Ospreay was good, and Kenny versus Takeshita was decent. And I had some fun laughing at how bad the pre-show match was. I thought this show was average. I don't see why people think this is better than the Elimination Chamber, because it's not. I don't see why people think this was better than Roadblock, because it's not. I'm gonna review Roadblock. I think Roadblock was better than this shit. This was a decent pay-per-view, 6 out of 10. I actually should give this a 5 out of 10 because of all the bullshit I'm actually gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give this pay-per-view a 5 out of 10. I thought it was decent, but I don't really see the hype. I don't see, oh my God, it's so good. I don't see it. It's whatever. Mid. That's the best way I could put it. Ugh, I want to rage over the Arkham Inmate and that shitty ending so fucking bad, but I don't want this video to be 50 minutes. I'm getting up out of here because it's late. I hate that ending. I hate that fucking ending. I hate that ending. Tony, I'm about to watch Dynamite next. My rampage continues. No pun intended. Like the video, sum it up. Let me know what your favorite part of the review was. I'm gonna up out of here. fuck this, I'm done. Because if I keep talking about this main event, it's going to piss me off. This is the worst match of the past 5 years. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Get the title of Jon Moxley. And this match was so fucking bad, Tony and the genius of the creative team is running it back next week on Dynamite. It's like they don't listen. They don't fucking listen. Everyone was complaining, except some tarred Moxley fanboys, that this shit sucks. Get the title off of him. And you double down on it. That shows you, sickos, if that doesn't show you what Tony Khan thinks about you, what Tony Khan thinks about your opinion, that Tony Khan doesn't give a fuck about what you say, doesn't give a fuck about what you think, I don't know what to tell you. I've been trying to warn you about this Arkham inmate Dick Ryder storyline for months, and y'all block me on Twitter, you call me a hater. Look who's laughing now. I'm gonna bounty. Like the video and sub to the channel. We're 200,000 subscribers. Peace. Hit the outro.